Hey everyone, it's a Phoam Ranger here with another episode of Phoam Ranger Sports. This one we are previewing a big home game tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. on January 21st as the Broncos take on their big rival Fresno State. The game will tip off at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night. It will be available on the Mountain Network and 670 KBOI AM. And they're treating this as Mr. Worldwide Night, so mean that they want people to be dressing up as Pitbull with like a bald cap and aviator sunglasses. Looking at the preview, it's got the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are on a 2-game win streak. They're 10-9 overall, 4-4 in conference play. Bulldogs top the conference in steals per game, 10.8. Turnovers forced per game, 20.8. Millie Alon of the Bulldogs ranks first in the conference in steals at 48 and steals per game, 2.5. The Broncos have lost the past 2 matchups as the Bulldogs lead this series all-time 30-22. And just looking at the record book, it'll be a full screen to try to look at the last few home matchups for between the two and see who has taken them. And scrolling down to where it goes into year by year. We'll go based off of 2020 through last year. For 2020-2021, we were at Fresno State both times because there was a COVID year. So we won't worry about that one. 21, we lost at home against Fresno, so that's 0-1. 22-23, we beat Fresno, so we're 1-1. 23-24, on game against Fresno, we beat Fresno, so that's 2-1. 24-25, last year we lost, so we're 2-2 in the last 5 years at home. Against the Bulldogs. So this makes it an even more important game for the Broncos to start a new win streak against the Bulldogs at home. The Broncos started the same 5 players every game this season, one of only 2 Mountain West teams to do so. Same with State's the other one. Danny Bays, Matt Hanson, Levi Huntington, Pasco, and Tim Thompson each surpassed 150 points this season, making Boise State one of 2 Mountain West teams with players reaching 150-plus points, along Colorado State. Broncos are also the first team to have 5 players pass the 100-point threshold on the season. The Broncos are the only conference team to have 3 players to surpassed 200 points of the season. Tim Thompson leads with 283, Bass with 259, and Natalie Pascal with 252. Broncos have won 4 straight conference games for the first time since 23-24 season. Broncos are undefeated 11-0 while out-rebounding the opponent. The Broncos have put up back-to-back 15-plus point wins over conference opponents for the first time since the 2019-2020 season. Right now, Coach Fresno ranks 22nd all-time in NCAA Division I women's basketball history, 783 victories. He entered this year 5th among active D1 head coaches. Bays and Tim Thompson both surpassed 1,000-point career milestones against Grand Canyon, with Tim also eclipsing the 500 career rebound mark in the same game. My Hansen is next closest to the 1,000-point milestone, just needs 42 more points this year. The Broncos have converted 39% of their 3-point field goal attempts, which leads them on the rest and 4th in the nation. Natalie Pascal has made 53s this season, leading the conference, also tops the conference in 3-pointers per game at 2.6. And currently shoots 46.7% beyond the arc, 4th highest in the nation. May Hansen leads the conference with 87 assists and 4.6 assists per game. As a team, the Broncos lead the conference with 16.2 assists per game. Tim Thompson has the second highest field goal percentage in the league at 45.8%. Broncos are averaging 71.5 points per game, which is the highest mark in the conference. Along with the lead, the conference in free throws made per game at 13.1. Tim Thompson has made 71 free throws alone so far this season, the most in the conference. Natalie Pascal right now ranks 6th in program history with 1,398 career points, chasing Carla Meyer, who played 77-82 with 1,499. Also 9th in career field goals made, 5 of 7 to chase Lauren Leinhardt, 09 to 2013 to 522. Mike Hansen, 9th all-time in career assists with 315, trailing Brady Hodgins, who played 2016 to 2020, who had 319. Denny Bays holds the 7th highest single game 3-point percentage nationally this season. She shot 77.8% against UC Davis. Bays mark also ties for second best single game percentage in program history. Bays also moved to top 5 program history in career 3-pointers made with 183. Trailing Brick Palcoa played 2013 to 17 and made 193. Natalie Pascal also ranks in top 5, sitting 3rd with 245. And now let's look more at Fresno. First of all, look at their schedule. Then we'll look at their roster. Then we'll compare team and player stats. Again, well, yep. Fresno right now is 10-9 overall, 4-4 conference play. They won 2. They started off their season with a win against UC Merced, 73-49. Then they beat Fresno Pacific at home, 87-38. Beat Cal State Bakersfield on the road, 74-51. Beat Seattle U at home, 78-53. Lost at BYU by 20 points. Lost at number 25 Washington, 43-61. Lost at Santa Clara, 63-81. Then they played in the Big Easy Classic, beating New Mexico State 64-49. Louisiana Lafayette 61-48. Then they hosted and lost against Pepperdine by 20 points. And they they played at St. Mary's and lost by 3 points, 57-60. Then they beat Chicago State 81-62 at home. They opened their season with a loss at home against San Diego State, 53-63. Then they hosted and beat Wyoming, 53-36. Lost at UNLV, 85-59. Lost at Colorado State, 86-83. Then they've beat San Jose State at home, 67-52. Lost at Grand Canyon, 64-71. Beat Utah State at home, 86-56. Beat Nevada on the road, 54-44. Then again tomorrow night they play here at Boise. Then after that they take on Colorado State at home on the 24th. On the 28th they play at Wyoming. And the final day of the month they host Air Force. February 4th, they play at San Jose State. February 7th, they host Nevada. February 11th, they will host the Broncos. February 15th, they'll play at Utah State. February 21st, they'll play at San Diego State. February 25th, they host Grand Canyon. February 28th, they host UNLV. First senior day. And on March 3rd, they play at New Mexico. In terms of the roster, it starts off with grad transfer for number 8, Morelia Chavez, 6'1", out umbrella, Michoacan, New Mexico. She previously played for Florida State and Eastern Arizona College. Then it's Adia Clark. She is a senior out of Wasilla, Alaska, I believe. AK, I believe, is Alaska. She wears number 20. This is her second year with the Bulldogs. Before that, she was at Wofford. She plays as a guard. And it's just... Then it's the Jetsura Ziawara, number 32, grad student. Hails from Bamako, Mali. Last year she was at San Jose State. Before that she spent a year at Houston. Before that a year at Clarendon College. Before that was at Salt Lake Community College. She is a forward. Then it's Jaisa Gamble. Whereas number 4 is a senior from San Bruno, California. Last year she was at University of Alaska Anchorage. Well, the past 2 years. Before that she was at Laney College for a year and UC San Diego for a year. She is a forward as well. Alexis Grace is redshirt this year out of Phoenix, Arizona. So she is not competing this year. She is listed as a guard but is redshirting this year. Then it's Hedda Kuine, number 25, senior from Lett, Germany. Last year she was at the University of Alaska Anchorage. The year before that, Altero Junior College. And she is a forward center combo player. Then it's Amelia Long. Wears number 11 from Port Angeles, Washington, a grad transfer. Last year she was at the University of Alaska Anchorage. Before that, Cal Poly Humboldt. And before that was Peninsula College for a couple of years. Plays as a guard. Then it's Ava Marr. Wears number 21. She is a freshman out of Bryan, Washington. And is listed as a guard. Then it's Eloni Oliver. Wears number 1. She plays as a guard, redshirt freshman out of Clovis, California. Then it's Danae Powell. Whereas number 3 is also listed as a guard, sophomore out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Then it's Ashlyn Ryan. Whereas number 14 is a sophomore out of Ranga, New Zealand. Last year, she was at the University of Alaska, Anchorage. She plays as a forward center combo. Then it's Kenzie Surwich out of Seymour, Connecticut, a redshirt junior. Last year, she was at the University of Alaska, Anchorage. Before that was at Franklin Pierce University. She wears 24 and is listed as a forward. Then it's Avery Watkins. Wears number 12, redshirt junior out of Seattle, Washington. Listed as a forward. In 23-24, she was at the University of Hawaii. This is her second year as a Bulldog. Round out their players, it's Brianna Webb, who wears number 34, freshman out of Hayward, California, and is listed as a guard. In terms of their coaches, their head coach is Ryan McCarthy. He was hired April 14th of 2025. Before this, he was at Alaska Anchorage, so that's why there's quite a few transfers in from Alaska Anchorage who followed him over to Fresno from Alaska Anchorage. He was head coach at Alaska Anchorage for 13 years. Before Alaska Anchorage, he was at Northwest Nazarene from 2007 to 2012. He also played professionally in Germany. He played collegiately at NNU as well. Associate head coach is Shaina Afoa. Hired on April 29, 2025. She was also with McCarthy at University of Alaska Anchorage for 13 years. Before she was coaching, she was a three-sport athlete with Central Washington. So she's only really been with McCarthy. Wherever McCarthy has gone, she has gone. Then it's Ramondo Vaughn, assistant coach. Hired May 2025. He has 14 years of collegiate head coaching experience. He also coached at Langley College and Diablo Valley College. From 21 to 2025, he served Director of Athletics at the College of Alameda. Began coaching career at Hawaii Pacific from 2007 to 2010. college, he played for San Fran City College after freshman year. After he transferred out of there, he went to Hawaii Pacific University. Next is assistant coach Jenna McCarthy. Hired assistant coach May 2025. She was also with the other McCarthy at University of Alaska Anchorage. Prior to that, she spent 4 seasons on staff at Florida Gulf Coast University. Started collegiate career at Baylor with the Bulldogs 2010 to 12. Then her final 2 playing years, she was at Florida Gulf Coast before transitioning to coaching staff. Assistant coach, director of player development is Jalan Mikolo, and assistant coach, director of NIL is Becca Bornhorst. Support staff, assistant director of sports med is Brian Duenas. Assistant director of Olympic sports performance is Jacqueline Van Hollebecky. Now for the fun stuff, the stats. First, we'll look at Fresno, then we'll look at the Broncos. We'll do team stats first. We'll compare the team stats and we'll look individually. So, Fresno has scored 1,215 points this season. They're averaging 63.9 points per game. They've allowed opponents to score 1,124 points or 59.2 points per game. Offensively, they made 468 out of 1,154 field goals. They're shooting about 41%, 24.6 made field goals per game. Defensively, they've allowed opponents to make 388 off 966 attempts for 40.2% field goal percentage allowed. They allow opponents to make 20.4 field goals per game. For 3-point range, they're 89 out of 259 for 34%. They average 4.7 threes per game. Defensively, they've allowed 85 out of 299 attempts for 20% 3-point percentage allowed. They allow opponents to make 4.5 threes per game. From charity stripe, they're 190 out of 270 for 70%. They average 10 free throws per game. They have 7 boards on the season, 36.8 per game. 218 assists, 11.5 assists per game. The Bulldogs have turned the ball over 322 times. They average 17.5 turnovers per game. And the Bulldogs scored 20.6 points off opponent turnovers. The Bulldogs have forced opponents to turn the ball over 396 times. Opponents have turned the ball over 20.8 times per game. And opponents scored 13.5 points off Bulldog turnovers. Bulldogs have 206 steals on the season, 10.8 per game. 30 block shots, 1.6 per game. Whereas Boise State going into this game, Broncos have 1,358 points. They average 71.5 points per game. They've allowed opponents to score 1,278 points or 67.3 points allowed per game. By the Broncos, for shooting, the Broncos are 488 out of 1,131 for 43% overall, 25.7 made field goals per game. The Broncos have allowed 473 out of 1,152 field goals. They allow opponents to make 41% and allow 24.9 field goals per game to the opponents. Broncos have made 133 out of 343s for 39%. Broncos average 7 made threes per game. Defensively, they've allowed 133 out of 455 attempts. They allow opponents to shoot 29% from beyond the arc and allow 7 threes a game. For charity stripe, the Broncos are 249 out of 340 for 73%. They average 13.1 free throws per game. Broncos have 691 total boards. The average is 36.4 boards per game, 308 assists, 16.2 assists per game. Broncos have turned the ball over 301 times this season for 15.8 per game. Broncos also score 15.7 points off turnovers per game. Broncos have forced opponents to turn the ball over 313 times. Broncos force 16.5 turnovers per game. And Bronco opponents have scored 15.2 points off Bronco turnovers per game. Broncos have 130 steals on the season, 6.8 per game, and 57 block shots, 3 per game. So some of those stats favor Boise State, some favor Fresno. Now let's look at player stats. We'll go by starts. Amelia Lawn has started every game, averages 31 minutes. 104 to 230 for 45% overall, 17 to 48 for 35% from beyond the arc, and 30 to 34 for 88% from Charity Stripes. So a pretty reliable shooter for the Bulldogs. Team high 13.4 points per game. 17 offensive, 65 total boards, 48 fouls, 69 assists, 58 turnovers, 48 steals, and 4 block shots. So not only their points per game leader, but also their steals leader. So some Boise State has to work at containing and being mindful of ball handling and pass lanes when going into her area. Danae Powell, 19 starts, 31.9 minutes a game, 73 of 177 for 41% overall, 25.59 for 42% from beyond the arc, and 30 of 40 for 75% from the charity stripe. So one of their top shooters, especially three-point shooters, averages 10.6 points per game, 27 to 68, 27 offensive, 68 total boards, 38 fouls, 43 assists, 44 turnovers, 29 steals, 1 block shot. Something else Broncos had to be mindful about the ball around. Jaisa Gamble has started in 18 games of 19 played, 33 minutes a game, 74 of 184 for 40% overall, 3 of 9 from three-point range, hit 13-24 for 54% from Trady Stripe, 8.6 points per game, 39 offensive, 88 total boards, 58 fouls, 42 assists, 52 turnovers, 39 steals, 12 block shots. So some new is also turnover prone, but also really active with hands on defense. Avery Watkins has started in 12 of 19 games played, 19.6 minutes game, 42 of 106 for 40% overall, 8-19 for 42% from beyond the arc, 28 of 44 for 64% from Trady Stripe, 6.3 points per game, 32 offensive, team high 105 boards, 40 fouls, 16 assists, 33 turnovers, 21 steals, 2 block shots. And Daya Clark, 7 starts and 14 games played, 20.4 minutes, 19 of 78 for 24% overall, 1 of 14 from beyond the arc, and 29-38 for 76% for Charity Stripe, 4.9 points per game, 19 offensive, 52 total boards, so no fouls, 7 assists, 20 turnovers, 9 steals, 3 block shots. Hedda Cohenny, 6 starts and 19 games played, 17.8 minutes a game, 28 of 71 for 39% overall. Has attempted a 3, 13 of 15 for 87% for Charity Stripe, 3.6 points per game. 26 offensive, 83 total boards, 49 fouls, 13 assists, 27 turnovers, 7 steals, 4 block shots. Aslan Rian, 5 starts, 6 games played, probably injured, 24.7 minutes average in games played, 34 of 63 overall for 54%, 8 of 14 from the charity stripe for 57%. Games she's played averaging a hair under 13 points per game. 10 offensive, 42 total boards, 14 fouls, 3 assists, 17 turnovers, 8 steals, 3 block shots. Ava Marv, 4 starts and 19 games played, 20.6 minutes game, 42 of 119 for 35% overall, 28 of 81 from beyond the arc for 35%, and 13-20 for 65% free throw shooting, 6.6 points per game. 11 offensive, 31 total boards, 30 fouls, 10 assists, 21 turnovers, 22 steals. Dijasira Diwara, 4 starts and 16 games played, 15 minutes. Game 35-70 for 50% overall, 6-24 for 67% for Charity Stripe, 5.4 points per game. 31 offensive, 62 total boards, 46 fouls, 7 assists, 27 turnovers, 7 steals, 1 block shot. Oloni Oliver, 1 start, 11 games played, 4.7 minutes game, 1 of 12 overall, for 8%, 1 of 8 from beyond the arc, and 3 of 6 from charity stripe. Head point game, 6 boards, 12 fouls, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 4 steals. That's basically it from their main players. And for the Broncos, so far this season, Tim Thompson has started every game. We'll go by game started. Yep. Nearly 30 minutes game, 103 out of 225 for 46% overall, 6 of 18 from 3-point range at 71.96 for 74% for charity stripe. Just here under 15 points per game. 36 offensive, 138 boards on the season, which leads the team. 28 fouls, 48 assists, 36 turnovers, 24 steals, laying block shots, Danny Bays, 19 starts. 30 minutes a game, 88 of 210 for 42% overall, 35.97 for 36% from beyond the arc, 48 of 59 for 81% from charity stripe. Nearly 14 points per game, 32 offensive, 87 total boards, 39 fouls, 57 assists, 52 turnovers, 38 steals, 9 block shots. Natalie Pasco started every game. 33 minutes game, 91 of 195 for 47% overall, 50 of 107 for 47% from beyond the arc, 27 for 75% from charity stripe, 13.3 points per game, 10 offensive, 60 total boards, 19 fouls, 29 assists, 27 turnovers, 11 steals, 5 block shots. Leaving 100 start every game, 25 minutes a game, 60 of 134 for 45% overall, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc, and 43 of 66 for 65% for charity stripe, 8.6 points per game. 36 offensive, 116 total boards, 53 fouls, 26 assists, 35 turnovers, 13 steals, 15 blocks. Mike Hansen has started every game. 29.2 minutes game, 49 of 115 for 43% overall, 22 of 52 for 42% for beyond the arc, 31 of 41 for 76% for charity stripes, 10.9 points per game. 49 boards, 40 fouls, 87 assists, 49 turnovers, 10 steals, 2 block shots. Kenneth Garza has played in 18 games, 6.3 minutes game, 21 of 44 overall for 48%, 6 of 16 for 3-point range for 38%, and 10 of 16 for 63% for charity stripe, 3.2 points per game. 60 boards, 22 fouls, 4 assists, 11 turnovers, 3 steals, 4 block shots. Emily Howard, 14 games, 7.4 minutes game. 17 of 43 overall for 40%, 4 of 5 for 80% for charity stripe, 2.7 points per game, 5 offensive, 22 total boards, 12 fouls, 4 assists, 14 turnovers, 1 steal, 4 block shots. Mason Borcherding, 18 games, 8.3 minutes game, 12.40 overall for 30%, 8 of 10 for charity stripe. Here under 2 points per game, 19 offensive, 40 total boards, 17 fouls, 7 assists, 21 turnovers, 5 steals, 2 block shots. Morgan Maldonado, 18 games played, 10.7 minutes game, 11 of 40 overall for 28%, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, and 9 of 10 for 90% for charity stripe. Shot at 2 points per game, 26 boards, 18 fouls, 13 assists, 14 turnovers, 9 steals, 1 block shot. Izzy Harms, 18 games, shy of 7 minutes game, 11-26 overall for 42%, 7-14 from beyond the arc, and has hit both free throws this season. Shy of 2 points per game, 14 boards, 11 fouls, 4 assists, 10 turnovers, 6 steals. Josie Stedman has played 11 games, shy of 4 minutes game, 6 of 17 overall for 35%, 3 of 13 for 23% from beyond the arc. 1.4 points per game, 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals. 14 boards, 11 fouls, 4 assists, 10 steals, 10 turnovers, 6 steals. Josie Stedman, 11 games, shot 4 minutes game, 6 of 17 for 35% overall, 3 of 13 for 23% from beyond the arc, 1.4 points per game. 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals. Jay Lewis, 14 games, shot 5 minutes game, 7-13 overall for 54%. 0 for 4 for charity stripe, 1 point per game, 8 boards, 12 fouls, 5 assists, 10 turnovers, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And Kira Thompson, 18 games played, 7.7 minutes game, 4 of 16 overall for 25%, 2 11 from beyond the arc, 18%, 1 2 from charity stripe, 0.6 points per game, 12 boards, 13 fouls, 20 assists, 8 turnovers, and 3 steals. Broncos as a team have 209 total O boards, Fresno as a team has 257 O boards. So again, Fresno pretty good at getting offensive rebounds. That's what the Boise State has to guard against. Broncos have to take care of the ball. Again, they got some real good defenders that are really active with hands and getting into passing lanes and taking the ball away. Really have to take care of the ball. Broncos really have to rebound well. Can't give up many second chance looks, many offensive boards to Fresno State. The Broncos got to shoot pretty dang good too. I think Boise State can win this game though. So yep. Have a wonderful rest of the night and go Broncos. Here's to a women's basketball win tomorrow at starting at 6:30 when they host the Fresno State Bulldogs.